if you want, you can say, I was fucked up in the head and I went to prison and I got worse. I could have done that. I was seriously messed up, man. My mental health was in the toilet. Prison didn't make me any worse. I have to admit, prison saved me.
Gary Cunningham served 2 years and 9 months in prison for possession of cannabis with the intent to sell. Now he's a writer, a musician and a painter, an all-round artist. Gary lost a child when he was 16, which sent him into a spiral of alcoholism and depression. He was 32 when the judge sent him into Mountjoy prison. In prison, Gary formed the first band to tour around Irish prisons. He has written 2 books, one of which is being dramatised in film. Following his release in 2014, Gary has turned his life around and has become a shining example of how the Irish prison service can work to better individuals and society.
I think with lads in prison will work. You've got a goal, you've tongue, internalise it, look at yourself and say, I'm the fucking reason I'm here. I remember one day my mum asked, God love her, how's he getting on in there? And this officer, Gary Cunningham, and let me tell you something about Gary, he said every single day, me as an officer, we get called a prick, a cunt, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to fuck you, fuck this. See your young fella Gary? He says please and thank you. That's it. Thanks very much, officer. Yes, please, officer. Can I be honest with you? Prison is a game. Life is a game. Play the fucking game. I'm not saying be disingenuous to the officer, but if you know that if I'm going to be a prick to you, you're going to be a prick back. But if I'm going to just treat you with a bit of respect, an officer is a human. He'll treat you with respect back. They cut funding to these colleges. They cut funding in education and in health, you know. I mean, I'm the one that went to prison, and yet this is what the government do. They take money off the nurses and the health. They take money off the education, but they do it in the prisons. And the way I look at this is, you may as well just write off every prisoner in that situation, because what people want, and I can understand people's thought process, is that as a prisoner you should be locked up for 23 hours, food and water. And okay, I understand you're hurting, something happened to you and that's what you think should happen. Can you imagine if me and you did that for a year? Me and you. We got 23 hours, we see each other 1 hour a day, we've no recreational stuff, we're just locked in a room. How angry do you think you're going to become? Because I can tell you now, I saw a fella on 23-hour lockdown, he was the angriest man I ever met. So if I had done 2 years, 9 months, I wouldn't be sitting here now. I'd be out there wreaking havoc. I'd be out there taking this out on everybody. What I had, and now again, personal responsibility, there's a school in Mountjoy, and I went straight to that school.
For Gary, the penny dropped when his mother came to visit him in Mountjoy for the first time.
She never had the guards at her house for a fucking parking ticket. And next of all, she's gone through one of the most disgusting and horrible things that she had to go through, which is come up to Mountjoy, get searched, stand out with her arms open in front of people. At a certain, I better not tell her age, she ever saw this, she'd fucking kill me, but she's of a certain age, and they're running things up and down her body. There's a dog coming over, sniffing around her to make sure she's not carrying any drugs. This woman has never been put through any of this, but I put her through that. And I still had this fucking attitude the first visit, and I looked out and Mikey, no problem, tell me this, man. My ma had no hip on one side of her body. She was just waiting for surgery. We know it's like in this country to wait for surgery, and she had to be helped into the visit by a prison officer, a lovely man, and my brother. And I just looked at her and she never did that wrong in me my whole life. She never did that to me. She was always there. She was always there when times were bad, times were good. When I was an absolute fucking wanker, she'd still love me. And she just looked at me, and the first words out of her mouth was, I love you. I'll never forget that, Mikey.
With the 65% recidivism rate, Gary is in the minority of ex-prisoners in Ireland who have reoffended.
I think prison can work if you want it to work. Every single solitary human being on this planet is capable of change, and I'm proving that. I'm released since 2014 and I haven't even fucking jaywalked, you know? I'm living the straight and narrow, as they say.